Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Nady, and today we're doing a full face using only powder products. As you beautiful people know, this is about the products, not the people behind them. Any tiff you may have with them, please cast it away because this is a channel of positive energy, okay? Thank you. Oh, my little peanut butter pretzels, how you doing today? I hope wherever you're at in the world, you're having a spiffy day so far. I myself am doing very good. I'm just noticing that I have an imprint on my forehead from a headband. So we will choose to look past that, but it sure is fun to run my fingers on. It's like when somebody gets their hair freshly shaved and you run it up and down. Oh, it's such a satisfying feeling. Oh, also, I love the way that this part of my hair is fluffier and higher than the other side. It's okay. So I know what a lot of you are thinking, like, oh, a whole face of powder products. I do that every day. Not I as in me, because I never do that. But I do know of a lot of people that only use powder foundation. I don't even know if they use concealer. We have a powdered concealer, but yours truly is definitely a creamy whore in more ways than one. I love using cream products, not necessarily cream contour all the time. Well, actually, no, I only like using cream concealer and cream foundation. The other shit is all powder. But I'm really wanting to bring back challenges to this channel and just have freaking fun. Not everything has to be a review on here. One moment, she's a thirsty bitch. Oh, I made my own cream soda. It's so good. And I drink it straight out of my SodaStream bottle because I am one classy hoe. But no, it's just fizzy water with a little skinny girl vanilla syrup in there and a splash of sugar cookie syrup. So damn good. I'm gonna be so sick of cream soda, my favorite thing ever. I don't know which we should start with, the powder concealer or the powder foundation. All right, we are going into this at 90 miles an hour. So really the only powder foundation that I have left is this Fenty Beauté one. This is Pro Filter in 170. And I do like this stuff. However, when I reviewed it, I had watched, we're going down a little more. I had watched, I think, Jackie, and she had done this crazy beautiful contour underneath it and then went over it with this. I think it was that review. And so I did it and I got so much hate for doing that, but whatever. I think it's because she made it look fan-freaking-tastic and I just looked like an idiot. But I do like this stuff. The only thing is that it oxidizes pretty badly on my skin. And I think it's just because of like the primer or oil that I use beforehand, but this doesn't stick to my skin unless I use a primer and a moisturizer. So you kind of have to pick your battles. Even though I reviewed Nikki Tutorial's Nimia stuff already, I am still using it just for like a long wear review, or at least to put my best and worst of Beauté. So I did apply a bit of that. And then I also like to apply my current favorite primer, which is Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer. This is the blurring one. So it kind of transforms into a powder and it really doesn't feel tacky. It does feel primed, but I'm hoping that because that primer does kind of turn into a powder, it won't make this as orange. So we shall see. Normally I apply this with a little poof. It did come with its own sponge, which is great, but I have one of these guys right here. Ignore it. It's not dirty. It just looks like that. So let's first start with this, and I'm gonna try not to go too heavy underneath my eyes so that we can still conceal. Ooh, see, that is, I'm breathing it in. Well, at least my lungs are gonna look flawless. You know what? I actually am gonna kind of fade it underneath the eyes just because it might look a little bit ridiculous if it stops there. But with this primer and skincare that I used, this looks way better than when I reviewed it. I have used it a few times since reviewing it, and I've enjoyed it, but I've not loved it, but I've also never used it with the products that I'm using today. Ooh, wow. It just looks very, very soft on my skin. I've never really been a fan of powder foundations because to me, they don't seem like they'd have that much coverage, but this actually has very decent coverage. Like just as much as I would with a liquid. I don't know why I ever had anything against powder foundations. Look at that. I feel like we should bring up the match-o-meter for this one. It's been a hot minute, hasn't it, folks? Well, okay. So now that I have the match-o-meter up, it is oxidizing fairly awful around my little mustachio. I don't know if I just didn't put the blurring primer around there or what. So that's not cute because it just looks like I ate 50 carrots or like I had orange lipstick on and just ate it. But as far as the color goes, where it's not oxidizing, this gets like a 9 for me. What do you think? It's not quite 10 because it is a little bit dusty and ashy and light on me. But yeah, that is a very good match. What do you think? Well, put me in a brown bag and call me shake and bake because I am shooketh. It's all about the application method, I think. Then we have the Consquee, which years ago I actually did a full review on this brand. I think this is Parlo Cosmetics. I got it from Etsy. This is natural concealer in beige. Hopefully it's lighter than my foundation. I guess we'll see. Ooh, that does look pretty deep. Oh, Oh, maybe not. And with that, I'm actually gonna apply it with one of these little throwaway sponges. I'm gonna dip the big ass end of it right into there and try to tap off the excess. A good amount sticks. Hopefully I don't apply too much. We'll see. So we'll just plop this right under there. Oh no, that is perfect for highlighting. Wow, shit, that actually has some great coverage too. I don't know why I have it in my mind that these powder products won't have any coverage, but that has just as much coverage as any kind of cream that I would use, and it's blending out just as easily as well. Doesn't that look pretty nice? Like, you can see it under there, right? Well, I definitely could at first. Let me go in with the other side. See, like, instantly you can tell that there is a brightening effect going on. I'm just not certain if it lasts. Like, am I blending it out too much, or is there truly still a highlight under there? Please let me know down in the comments below, because I can't tell. Maybe you can. See, like, if I really pack it on like that, then we can tell that it's highlighted, but then it just looks like I was changing a baby in the bathroom and there's baby powder underneath my eyes. I'm gonna also take it on the usual highlighting spots, right on the T-zone, down the nose, on the lip, and on the chin. So I always talk about my all-time favorite liquid foundation. It used to be the Dior Backstage. I still love that, but it has been replaced by the Maybelline Fit Me. Oh my goodness. And I like it because it is still somewhat sheer, but it offers a little bit of coverage, so it does look like my skin. But this is kind of giving that foundation a run for its money. I know all of this is way more expensive than the Maybelline, but if you're not down to fuck with cream products, these are excellent alternatives. Wow, that looks really good. And then I'm just gonna do one thing that I don't really do much anymore, but just because I want to today, I'm gonna carve a little bit of a cheekbone out before we even go in with my powder contour. And I'm really only doing this because this is a video of stuff that I don't normally do anyways, so we might as well include this. Cool, we're gonna leave that right there until we dust it away. I guess I do wish there was a little bit more highlighting action underneath my eyes. I have this highlighting palette, but I don't want it to erase some of the concealing qualities that we have. I don't know, maybe let's try a little bit of it. This is by Jacqueline Cosmetics, and I'm gonna dip into this guy right here and just ever so slightly place it right there. Maybe on camera it doesn't look like I needed any highlighting, but in person you can't really tell that there's any highlighting going on my face, but it did look concealed. Okay, that is very dramatic, but much better. It's not gonna stay like this. I am gonna dust some stuff away. Wait, can you do that with a powder? Okay, let me just dust away my under eyes right now just to see if it does take any of that powder away. This is like a whole different world for me. No, actually, that still looks great. So now let's contour. For that, I always go in with my Catrice Sculpt Squad. I love this little baby. And I like to take the 3 deepest shades right here and just kind of mix them around, tap it off. And hopefully this isn't too much. Let's go ahead and start by stippling it right on the outer cheekbone and then bring it inwards slowly. Yeah? It's laying down okay, right? It's super duper subtle and natural looking, which I don't mind for today. A lot of times I do like more of a dramatic contour and highlight, but today we will definitely be more on the natural side. I'm sure by the end of the video I'll have like a whole cut crease and a super highlighted chiseled face. Don't ever believe me when I say we're gonna do something simple, because even I don't believe myself. But today, maybe we actually will. Okay, so I'm taking this in all of the usual spots underneath the jaw, and then I like to take a little bit down the schnoz. I don't go in super heavy on the nose. And I do often get asked why I don't contour my nose or like do my eyebrows, and it's only because I like the way that I look, and I know makeup is kind of about the illusion, but I don't want to ever get to the point where I wipe my makeup off and I'm disappointed with how I look. Like, I want to feel as beautiful in makeup as I feel out of makeup, and if I start really altering my features, then I'm gonna wipe my nose off and be like, oh, I have like a normal nose. And that's not how I want to be. I want to look in the mirror and be like, I love you. And not that there is anything wrong with going in ham with contour and highlighting. That is one of the fun things with makeup. And when I do other people's makeup, I love doing that. It's mainly with myself, and it's just a self-confidence thing. And with eyebrows on myself, I just like a bushier kind of untamed eyebrow. I'm not a huge fan of having like a sculpted brow on myself. There's nothing wrong with having a chiseled brow. If that's what you like for yourself, then go for it. I'm sure it looks wonderful. But I'm cool with these little caterpillars. And like the same goes for my lips. I know that having huge voluptuous lips is kind of in right now, and people will either get them filled or they'll really over contour them. And that can look excellent with some people's makeup, but for me, I don't mind these lips. I don't feel the need for myself to like really overdraw them, make them as big as possible, have like Kylie Jenner lips. It's definitely fun to experiment with. Like, I love doing that, but for like a daily look or for my glam looks on here, I just don't do that. Is it partially pure laziness? Yeah, definitely. But I'm also one of those people that really likes to enjoy their natural beauty. To an extent. Like, am I against fillers and all that? Hell to the no. But I'm happy with what I have now. It's not being cocky. It's just taken me a long time to find love in this. And no matter what you look like, whether you feel as though you look like a model or a gremlin, learn to love yourself, honey. It will make life so much more beautiful. And if you think you're out there looking like a goblin, trust me, 10 out of 10, the people who are looking at you are not thinking that. Okay, anyways, that's my rant. All right, so we have a nice subtle-ish contour going around my, oh my God, this hair is just gonna be the death of me today. I think I'm gonna finish up with bronzer and blush after we do the eyes, which all I have on them is the moisturizer and primer that I used before starting filming. They feel very, very soft, so I'm not sure if anything will stick to them. We'll see. And I'm kind of feeling like a greenish eye look today. So I'm gonna take this What's Up Beauty brush. This is R102, and I'm gonna dip into this Paul Dow palette. We love supporting indie brands. Let's dip into Bushu and OMSD first. And with that, I'm just gonna place that right above the eyelid. I'm not gonna blend it out too far. I'm gonna pick another color to blend that out with. That is beautiful. Wow. I've not used this palette yet, but if you don't follow Paul, he is actually a very good friend of mine. I'll love him to death. I've had this palette for so long and I'm just using it, so maybe I'm a shitty friend. I don't know. But that goes down very nicely. Let me do the same thing for the other eye. Wow, this brush is soft. I'm really surprised everything is applying so well, having not really put a primer down within like the last hour or so. But no, that shit is fuckable. And then with the same What's Up Beauty brand, I'm going with R104. And I'm gonna dip into Hot Wax right here. It's a beautiful kind of like mustardy yellow. I'm just gonna place that right above that brown that I laid down and kind of smoke it out upwards towards the brow. Ooh, that's really pretty. I don't remember how much this palette was, but I'm pretty sure it is still for sale. If you like more neutrals with a few pops of colors, this is great. And I'm not saying that because they're my friend. Like, I don't suck anybody's ass on here. I've dragged so many people's products that I actually know because it really doesn't have anything to do with them. It is totally about the product. But this is very, very cute. And these brushes, oh my God, this is the softest fucking thing that I've put on my face all day. And I'm not even telling you what I did this morning. Then on the lid, I'm gonna pack on some Sweet Talk. It's kind of like an olivey bile green. It would blend out so nicely with that yellow, with that orangey color right under there. And then you also get a green shimmer to put on top of it. It's very pretty, I think. I hope that's not rude to describe it as like a bile color, but it is very, very pretty. And it's packing on quite nicely as well. Meow. This is exactly the kind of look that I was hoping for today. Then, by the same makers of these brushes, I also have a What's Up Beauty Desert Monsoon palette, and I'm gonna dip into this guy right there. It kind of looks like a glitter and a shimmer combined, which I call a shitter, but it's got a greenish undertone, and I think it would go really well slapped over this thing, so let's take some of that on our fingers. Oh, that is heaven. I have swabbed Midas's mouth with my finger and gotten this. That is just so nice. Okay, so I'm gonna pack that on right there. Hopefully it sticks down. Oh, yes. There is a slight bit of fallout, but I think it's gonna dust away pretty easily. Wow, man, that is a beautiful combination. I love this eye look. And how simple too. This was what, 3 or 4 different shadows? And it's taken me all but, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes? I feel like Stevie Wonder because isn't she lovely? Then I'm gonna dip back into these guys right here and smoke them all along the lower lash. Actually, hold on, let me see if I can dust that fallout away because there is quite a bit of shimmer happening. Oh my gosh, yeah, it just flies right off my face. Back into the matte, smoking them right down here. Oh, it's beautiful. And then right below that, I'm gonna dip my big ass brush back into Hot Wax and just run it all along the lower lash line and slowly work it back of that away to give a lifting effect. And here I am talking about not wanting to alter my face. Okay, anyways, with that same little brush that we used with the browns, I kind of cleaned it off and now I'm gonna dip into Sweet Talk and I'm just gonna place that right along the outer edge, just right there, and kind of bring it in a C motion on the outer corner of the upper eye as well. And for the outer corner shimmer, I'm gonna dip into Money Shot, and from the inner half to the outer edge, I'm just gonna tap it on. Yes, good choice. And then I do want a little bit of some kind of liner action, but we have to stick to the powder, so I'm gonna take a liner brush and dip into Strapped, and try my best to tightline this. I am expecting a little bit of fallout because I'm basically pushing against my lashes and it's pushing against these bristles. Just press that along right there. Oh, you are a fancy bitch, you are. Kind of just do a little bit of a wing right there. And just smoke it out a smidge, or smudge it out a smidge. And then with whatever's left on this brush, I'm just gonna run it along the lash line in between the lashes. And just like I kind of figured, there is quite a bit of fallout. Let me see if it just dusts away. Yes, no problem at all. And then to finish up with a highlight right on the inner corner, I'm gonna dip back into the Monsoon palette into Glow, and we'll just place that baby right there. And I'm also gonna take a little bit under the brow bone. And for brows, I have not dipped into this baby for a while. This is by the Brow Bar, and I'm gonna dip into this brownish shade right there. Oh shit, I completely annihilated that thing, fuck. But let's take this in the brows. Oh wait, I might need the darker one. Normally I just hack a pencil in between my brows and call it good, so it's a little bit weird using a powder today. Oh, hopefully this little spoolie will work some magic. Okay, well, who said our eyebrows need a specific shape? And then I am gonna go in with mascara. I don't really have a powder version of that. All right, lashes are on. We can continue. I actually think that dusting everything out from under my eyes did get rid of a little bit of the contour. I might be wrong. Either way, I am gonna go in with just a little bit more along the cheekbones. Actually, well, I don't know. Let's just deepen it up a tiny bit. I think it worked if I was gonna do a more natural look, but because I did anything but a natural look, it needs to be a little bit more harsh. Then let's bronze this baby up. I cannot remember when I used this Physicians Formula butter bronzer, but we're gonna try it today. Just gonna dip into all those and hope for the best. Here we go. Woo! We are very fuck, there's like just a line of it right there. We are very bronzy today. For some reason, I didn't think it was gonna be quite that pigmented. But you know what? It's okay. We'll work with it. One thing though that I am noticing is that when I apply too much of something, it's much easier to blend out, and I think it's because it doesn't have a cream foundation or concealer to stick onto, which makes me wonder how long this will actually stay on my skin. Like, do I have to set this with setting spray or will that melt everything? But even though I am very, very bronzy, I actually still like the way that this looks. The only thing that I'm not in love with right now is that you can see the wells underneath my eyes. I think because I dusted the pigment underneath my eyes away so much, it kind of dusted away the concealer too. I do still have a little bit left on this little sponge thing, so let me just take some right under there, kind of soften all this up while I'm at it. I look like Kramer on Seinfeld after he fell asleep in the tanning bed. Oh god, oh my fucking, I opened up my Natasha Denona Diamond Glow thing, and the highlighter fell out right onto my pants. Just in one solid chunk, too. Okay, I kind of scooped it up. Oh, well, I'm glad I wasn't wearing anything super important. They're just my brand new pants. Wow, I wonder why that happened. Press that little bitch back into place, you slimy little devil. Ooh, damn. Well, maybe I should use that as a highlighter today because it's all over me. So let me just, I don't know, take this right there and gently tap a little bit on. Wasn't even gonna use that highlighter today. Oh, damn, I had to go fuck it up. Oh, let me see if I can just like dust some of that away. Oh, perfect, I can dust all of it away. Well, shit, all right, there we go. Well, instead of that, I'm gonna dip into this Carroty Coral Blush Balm. I kind of wanted a neutral pink color, but because I've got like this orangey eye look, I kind of want everything to be a little bit monochromatic. Here we have a highlighter, here we have a matte, and here we have a satin blush. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of all of them on my brush. And like always on this channel, apply it and hope for the best. So here we will tap that on right there. Ooh, that was a good choice too. Oh, I really, really love the way that looks. It definitely does enhance my burned look, but I'm making that burned look my bitch. So for a little bit more of a poppin' highlight, I just found this palette in with my other palettes. This is True plus Luscious Lucky Glow. And let's go into Pots of Gold and we can try that right there. Ooh, that works for me. I'm gonna take a little bit more right underneath the brow bone and kind of connect it to my temple just like that. I used to do that all the time and then I saw Rihanna's makeup artist do it and I was like, oh my gosh, that makes me feel so good. Even though I'm certain it's a very common makeup practice, just seeing somebody that I admire do it too just pickled my peenie. So I think the last thing is lips, which I don't have a powder for. Ooh, my backdrop almost just fell, so it might be tilted a little bit more. Sorry. I think I'm just gonna go in with the Nima Tang Dose of Colors collab. Ah, yes. Ooh. That is very bright. I don't remember it being quite this orange. Let's go in and then we can adjust. Love the lipstick, but not this shade today. Did that tone it down a little bit? I can't tell. I added a touch of Bare Minerals gloss in the shade Hype. Hold on, I'm gonna blot some of this off because it is heavy. I still want to make this work, so I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Pat McGrath Bloodlust 2. No, not it yet. I just want like a dark burnt orange. Oh, I think I have a good combination. We're gonna try this ColourPop Deep Brown. This is Chocolatier. And then right in the center, I'm gonna take Nima Tang's Orange. There we go. Nice and dark and kind of vampy. So here we are with our final face of almost all powder products. I actually really like this look. It's perfect for fall, and I kind of like it with the shirt that I'm wearing too. Everything that I used was pretty... Oh shit. I just touched my lips and then touched my chin. Normally I use liquid lipstick, which dries instantly. But next I want to do like a full face of either highlighters or cream products or eyeshadows or just blushes. Something, I don't know what yet, but I really do like this look. Should we set it with a setting spray? I don't know. I mean, we can see how it looks now. It's very pretty. I'm gonna take a little bit of the Nimia setting spray. That's all I've been using lately. Whew, that smell is strong. My little face fan is over there charging because I was drying my nails with it for like 2 hours. Well, I actually don't think that altered anything that much. No, I take that back. My under eyes, I can now see a really harsh line right there of where I put the highlighter. Although that may have just been me not doing a good job at blending, and that could have been there the whole time. In fact, it probably was. For the most part, I think everything stayed the same, right? So I really like everything that I used. The only thing is around my mustachio area and kind of in my beard, the Fenty powder foundation is doing exactly what it did the first time I reviewed it, which is oxidizing. The concealer seemed pretty good for a very natural look. It's not really creasing underneath my eyes, which I appreciate. It's not the most coverage ever, but it does look natural. And then I think pretty much all the other powder products that we use today, I use on the regular, but I think I would love to incorporate more powder foundations into my normal routine because I think this looks great. So anyways, my loves, this was an absolute freaking blast. I love doing this, and thank you so much for being here. I love having you. It's really nice to just escape the real world and be here one-on-one because, as you know, we are basically best friends. But that is all for today. You know my little spiel. If you'd like to support me and my channel just a little bit more, please feel free to join us over on Patreon. It's patreon.com/poplux. There you get videos a day early, you get Patreon-only content, plus best part, it is cheap, fun, and fancy, just like me. And like always, please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell down below so that you're notified anytime I upload a new video. Don't forget my newest collection of highlighters, including Black Ice, which does change from black to white, will be available again soon at thepoplux.com. Also, my latest album, Kiss of Fame, is available everywhere online that music is sold. Thank you so much to everyone who's supporting them. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at OfficialNady, and you can follow me online at thepoplux.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you again soon. Bye!